sports presentation of Orofino High School Baseball. Today, the Maniacs squad, under the watchful eyes of fifth-year head coach Dylan Midstock, goes up against another talented club in a battle of best teams in Idaho. Orofino is looking to put another notch in the win column, and it all starts with today's matchup. So settle in for another pitching gem and walk-off home run. It's Maniac Baseball. And now to the field we go with our broadcast team and today's matchup.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the ballpark at Orofino High as we get set for Maniac Baseball. It's the first game after spring break, and we want to welcome you all back to what right now is a pretty playable infield here at Orofino High after all the rain that we have been experiencing, at least over the last 8 hours. Looks like there's a system just to the west of us. We can only hope that that will possibly blow up the North Fork and stay away so we can get a baseball game in today. The Genesee Bulldogs come calling on the Orofino Maniacs. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson. CJ, it seems like it's been an eternity since we've had a game. Spring break came around. Orofino had a couple of days off. I know that the boys were practicing during that time, though, and they're ready to go here as they face off against the 1A Division I Genesee Bulldogs.
Yeah, most definitely, and don't let the 1A tag fool you. They're an extremely well-coached ball club, and they always put their best out on the field.
Well, you know, CJ, it looks as though we're going to be able to get baseball underway. We didn't quite know, actually, till about 2 hours ago, whether or not there was going to be a game here today because of all the rain. And they wanted to make sure that they gave Genesee plenty of time to make plans to, not put the kids on the bus and travel down here. But they really researched the weather and said there's going to be a break in the system. Let's go ahead and try and get play in. Both teams are off of the field right now. They've taken a little outfield and a little BP here. And so we're hoping to get this game underway, just a single today.
Yeah, most definitely. Kids coming in with fresh legs, hoping to put another W in the column.
All right, so we're going to be on the safe side here, folks, just on the outside chance that they want to get this game underway early because of the weather conditions. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. We'll come back with Riverside, physical therapy schedules, and scores, and be ready for this one should it get underway early. Don't go away. We're coming back right after this.
Hi, it's Kylie from Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness. I encourage you to visit us today, and let's talk about ways to get your body strong and healthy.
Orofino Physical Therapy presents their top 3 list for starting an exercise plan. Number 3, drop pounds. Number 2, increase muscle and overall strength. And number 1, regular exercise is a great way to reduce pain. Strengthening your core can decrease back pain and protect against future injury. Find your number 1.
24 hours, 7 days a week. Open when you want to work out. It's Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Good luck, Orofino student athletes participating in all our spring sports and championships. Hello, this is Marilyn from Orofino Marketplace. We wish you continued success during your games, matches, and meets.
Baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. Orofino High is at the top of the standings no matter what the sport. Orofino Marketplace tips our cap to these healthy and competitive young men and women and wish them the best this and every year.
Orofino Marketplace, home of the 10-pound meat sale, and your #1 Maniac sports backer.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Deciding what's for lunch or dinner today is as easy as picking up your phone and calling Orofino's top pizza house, the Pizza Factory. The Pizza Factory is where you can get that delicious pizza pie delivered to your home or work. Every day of the week, there's great pizza, famous wings, breadsticks, sub sandwiches, and pizza just a call away. 476-5519.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Riverside Physical Therapy would like to extend our gratitude to our talented medical practitioners. For more than 20 years, Riverside Physical Therapy has served the Orofino community. Allison Thomas has enjoyed a tremendous career helping those in need to recover from injuries as our clinic director and lead physical therapist. Riverside Physical Therapy strives to achieve results as quickly as possible with any condition or injury by offering a full range of specialized services to meet every patient's needs. Early morning and evening appointments available. Call today, Riverside Physical Therapy.
Welcome back. Time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call or stop by to schedule a complimentary injury screen today. In high school baseball action, and not a whole lot going on. The Clarkston Bantams travel to the Pullman Greyhounds for a double dip in Greater Northern League play. The Kamei Cubs are in Troy to face the Trojans for a couple. We have a single game here at Orofino, of course, as Genesee is visiting, and the Clearwater Valley Rams travel to Kendrick to face the Tigers. And in high school softball, the Orofino Lady Maniacs game was canceled today. The Troy Trojans, the Lady Trojans of Troy, are in Kendrick to face the Tigers, and the Genesee Lady Bulldogs host the Lewiston JV. And in Seattle Mariner baseball, the Mariners face the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow in a spring training matchup. Tune in for pregame at noon, first pitch at 12:05 right here on AM 13 KLER. And that's schedules and scores brought to you by our good friends at Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the Genesee Bulldogs returns after this.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And we're back here once again as we get set for today's matchup between the Orofino Maniacs and the Genesee Bulldogs. Thank you for listening in. Rain has started to fall here at the ballpark. The wind is picking up as, we reference the flag all the time. But if you were to actually look at the light poles here at the ballpark, they are swaying in the breeze. We've had some pretty high winds today. I took a quick break and went home here about an hour and a half ago. 2 hours. It took me 30 minutes to clean up everything that had flown across my yard. And so we can only hope that the wind and the rain will push aside so we can get this baseball game underway. Both the pitcher's mound and home plate have been tarped as this rain starts to fall here at the ballpark at Orofino. CJ, of course, just finished up with schedules and scores, but one of the things that we did want to pass along to you in case you had not heard, Orofino on the schedule was set to go to Grangeville tomorrow for the first league contest. That has been scrapped now because Grangeville's field is underwater. So generally the teams would swap. That's what they've done in the past, but there's been no indication that is going to happen. And so right now, tomorrow, Orofino at Grangeville is scrapped until a later date. And so, CJ, that just brings us to our first league game now, Saturday, against St. Mary's.
Yep, we'll have St. Mary's in town, get a little taste of some Central Idaho League action. Maniacs, a fantastic start to the season so far, but of course, as we know, what matters is when you get in the league.
That's right. And Grangeville, I know that in the couple of games that they've played, they've gotten thumped a couple of times, but they've also been playing some pretty good ball. When we were looking at the St. Mary's schedule here a short while ago, CJ, just before spring break, I think St. Mary's at that time stood at 2-3. And so nobody has gotten by unscathed here out of the Central Idaho League early in this season anyway.
Yeah, most definitely. I did see that both Orofino and Grangeville did get some votes, correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, they did. Orofino and Grangeville both got votes in the top 10 of 2A schools, and that's fantastic news. And so we can only hope that Orofino has been playing some pretty good ball, CJ. The last time that we were on air with the Maniacs, they had an atrocious day out on the field, scoring 6 errors in the loss against Kellogg. But Orofino was able to turn it around and take the second game of the doubleheader, and we can only hope that with the time that goes by, Orofino will be able to correct those errors. That's what Coach Midstock said. He said they played much better in that second game, kept the errors down. I believe they only had 2 in that game, and again, it was a 1-run victory. But that's all that matters. You just got to come up with a V.
Yeah, most definitely. And with the style of baseball that he wants to play, he wants to get out there and have his kids be extremely aggressive in all facets of the game. And, sometimes you just come out and you fall flat. When you play that type of ball, actually, it can happen to anyone, and that's what happened against Kellogg, and they still gave themselves a shot somehow in the end. I believe the game ended with the bases loaded. They made a crazy little run in the 7th inning, but unfortunately it was a big inning earlier in the ball game that kind of put it out of reach.
Yeah. So looks as though the Maniacs are coming out and they're going to be removing the tarp from the mound and home plate. So CJ and I take our next break. We'll come back and have starting lineups when we return to the ballpark at Orofino after this.
After a work-related injury, Rick Badillo knew from a prior experience he'd need physical therapy to strengthen his shoulder, so he sought help from Orofino Physical Therapy.
I go to the gym there. They're affiliated with the gym, so it seemed like a one-stop shop for me. So
Rick has been down this road before.
I tore my labrum and bicep tendon on my left shoulder, work-related, and I've done my right shoulder in 2016. I know the drill. It's a very long process.
Who was your primary therapist?
I started off with Josh, and then he went on vacation, so I had Johnny and Mike. As far as the routine, they keep me very busy and are always throwing new stuff at me.
What was your therapy routine?
Now they have me doing weights, but right after the surgery, it's just band work. You start with the mobility and range of motion, because after surgery, you have none. And then when I'm done, Josh will stretch me, ice me. It's been really good here. Seeing a lot of progress. Really happy with the way things are going.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Deciding what's for lunch or dinner today is as easy as picking up your phone and calling Orofino's top pizza house, the Pizza Factory. The Pizza Factory is where you can get that delicious pizza pie delivered to your home or work. Every day of the week, there's great pizza, famous wings, breadsticks, sub sandwiches, and pizza just a call away. 476-5519.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Good luck, Orofino student athletes participating in all our spring sports and championships. Hello, this is Marilyn from Orofino Marketplace. We wish you continued success during your games, matches, and meets.
Baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. Orofino High is at the top of the standings no matter what the sport. Orofino Marketplace tips are kept to these healthy and competitive young men and women and wish them the best this and every year.
Orofino Marketplace, home of the 10-pound meat sale and your #1 Maniac sports backer.
Riverside Physical Therapy would like to extend our gratitude to our talented medical practitioners. For more than 20 years, Riverside Physical Therapy has served the Orofino community. Allison Thomas has enjoyed a tremendous career helping those in need to recover from injuries as our clinic director and lead physical therapist. Riverside Physical Therapy strives to achieve results as quickly as possible with any condition or injury by offering a full range of specialized services to meet every patient's needs. Early morning and evening appointments available. Call today, Riverside Physical Therapy.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Our national anthem as we get ready for today's matchup. High school baseball, the Maniacs set to face off against the Genesee Bulldogs. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, thanks for tuning in here on AM 13, KLER Orofino, and on our YouTube channel, KLER 1300 AM. CJ, let's quickly run over the starting lineups. First off, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Genesee Bulldogs.
All right, in the leadoff spots will be shortstop Asai Wareham, followed in the 2 spots by center fielder Mr. Meyer. And in the 3 spots, it will be pitcher Jack Johnson hitting cleanup, catcher Nate Guinard, followed by Jacob Crick over at third base. First baseman Jackson Zenner will hit 6th. Bottom third of the order, Derek Burt, the left fielder. Right fielder Cole Rybold and Teak Wareham, today's starting second baseman, will round things out. Once again, that's Wareham, Meyer, Johnson, Guinard, Crick, Zenner, Burt, Rybold, and Wareham.
All right, so here's a look at the Maniac defense. Out on the hill, taking his warm-up tosses, is right-hander Drew Hanna. His battery mate is Kevin Turner. So Turner getting a start behind the dish for Orofino today. At first base is the sure glove of Dash Barlow. Bodie Howell is at second. Steve Bradbury anchors the sack at third. In the hot hole at shortstop, Silas Naranjo. The fielders from left to right for Orofino, Aiden Olive, Nick Drobish, and Easton Schneider. We'll get to the Maniac batting lineup when we go to the bottom of the first inning as we watch Drew Hanna take his warm-up tosses here, CJ. So again, the Maniacs just finished up their spring break. They had some practices in, though, and so hopefully they'll be able to come out with a good game here, CJ. It's one thing to have a break, but it's another thing to not be able to play at all, and so that's why, Orofino got a couple of practices in. They knew last week that they were going to have this game with Genesee. It was a game that was placed late on the schedule, and we'll take any games that we can.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then they switched the game coming up here on the 27th that was scheduled against Genesee. That will now be away.
All right, here we go. Cy Wareham is going to lead things off for the Genesee Bulldogs. Tall right-hander, takes up a lot of that box here at home plate. Here's the first pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. High fly ball, shallow right center field. Could spell trouble. And what a diving catch out there by the Maniac shortstop.
No,
isn't that
center fielder? That was Drobish.
Okay, so that was Drobish who comes flying out there. Wow, what a catch. It was out there between Drobish, Schneider, and it's either Naranjo or Bodie Howell. It looked as though that was definitely going to drop, but what a nice catch by the center fielder, Nick Drobish. One gone now, and so up to the plate is Meyer, and we've not been given a first name on Meyer, but we kind of think that might be Colby. Is that right, CJ, to your best recollection?
Yeah, I think so, but I definitely have been wrong before.
Okay, so a strike against Meyer. Drew Hanna ready and fires the 0-1 to the left-handed hitter at the plate. Misses wide for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. My goodness gracious, what a catch out in right center field by Nick Drobish. Here's the 1-1 now. Right down the middle of the plate, swung on, and a 3-hopper out to Naranjo. The transfer over to first is in time, and there are 2 gone here for Genesee in the top half of the first inning. It's always nice when you can have a glove like Naranjo's out at shortstop, CJ.
Yeah, most definitely. Drew is going to have to give his defense behind him a few fist bumps as they head back to the dugout for playing well behind him.
Back to the right side of the plate for Jack Johnson, and a fastball misses wide for ball one. So right now, Genesee proving they can put the bat on the ball, and the Maniacs proving that they've got the defense. Here's the 1-0. That is low for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Drew working very quickly, CJ. Doesn't take a lot of time between pitches. He works from the windup. And he kicks that left leg and delivers. The next pitch is going to be swung on and popped up off with the mask as Turner, coming back to the warning track, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Wow. It's nice to see defense come out just that quick for the Maniacs, CJ.
1, 2, 3.
All right. We go to the bottom of the 1st when CJ and I come back after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Welcome back once again. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here as we head to the home half of the first. First for the Orofino Maniacs in the leadoff spot, Silas Naranjo. He's at the hot hole at short, followed in the 2 spot by second baseman Bodie Howell. Dash Barlow will hit third today over at first base. Cleanup duties go to Steve Bradbury at third, followed by Nick Drobish, the center fielder. Kevin Turner will hit 6th behind the dish. Drew Hanna on the mound will hit 7th. Easton Schneider right behind him over in right field. And left fielder Aiden Olive will round things out 9th in the order. Once again, that's Naranjo, Howell, Barlow, Bradbury, Drobish, Turner, Hanna, Schneider, and Olive. And for the Bulldogs in the field, Jeff.
The throw down to second base is completed, and it'll be Jack Johnson on the hill for Genesee. His battery mate is Nate Gennard. Jackson Zenner at first, Teak Wareham at second, Jared Crick at third, Cy Wareham at short, then it's Burt, Meyer, and Reibold. Ground ball to the left side and under the glove of the second baseman out into right field. And just like that, Silas takes a curveball on the outside and he places it right past Wareham at second base for the first base hit on the first pitch. And the Maniacs are in business here in the bottom of the first inning, CJ.
You gotta love that start.
Nice bender by Johnson. And it looked as though Silas knew exactly where it was going to be, and he got the end of the bat on it and just put it right past Wareham at second. Howell with the base runner on. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Fastball is taken for a strike, 0-1. Johnson catches the inside corner, and Gennard wants time as he goes out to have a quick visit with his pitcher today. Said, hey, listen, let's go over the signs one more time.
Excellent speed over at first in Naranjo.
Howell will step back in after the conference. Gennard sets up behind the dish and working from the stretch. Johnson set just below the belt. He comes with a fastball. That's a strike at the knees, and the count quickly runs to 0-2 on Mr. Howell. And the wind is seriously picked up here. Looks as though the rain has stopped momentarily. The waste pitch now on the way. Bender swung on a ground ball out into left field. Another curveball, and this one results in yet the second consecutive hit for the Maniacs. That moves Naranjo over to second base. 2 singles now for Orofino.
First baseman.
And with 2 aboard and nobody gone, that will bring up first baseman Dash Barlow. And a move over to third base, and Naranjo is tagged out trying to steal third. Oh, what are they going? They're going to move him back. Had time been called or what? And so there's not a balk or anything. So time had been called, and Naranjo was on his way to third, and Johnson just throws easily enough to Crick to apply the tag. But it's all for naught. Everybody's still safe. Barlow hitting from the left side. Runners take their leads, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away off to the left, strike 1. Gosh, I'm not sure what that was all about, CJ. You got to wonder where was time called. Must have been at the plate by Barlow, as he must not have been in the box. Here's the 0-1 on the way to Daschle. And there's a curve taken for a strike at the belt. 0-2.
Johnson's done a good job getting out and pitching from ahead in the count. Orofino's been able to get to a couple of his curveballs, though.
And now the waste pitch to Dash. Swung on, and this one's going to be lifted out into right center field. Rounding third and coming home is Naranjo. Up on the ball is Rybold. Here comes the throw in. It's all the way to home plate, and advancing from first to second is Barlow after an RBI single. He goes to second on the throw to the infield, and the Maniacs have a 1-0 lead. Howell goes all the way from first to third.
Maniacs coming out swinging.
Wow, I'll tell you, CJ, there was nothing hot and heavy on that last pitch. It came in maybe an off-speed pitch, bit of a break to it, and Dash timed it up nicely. Put a little Texas leaguer out into right field. Bradbury steps in, and he'll take a first pitch called strike. One thing that Jack Johnson has done here, CJ, every first pitch has been a strike. The first one, Silas, a single. Swinging at a pitch off of the dish is Bradbury. 0-2. Steven hitting in that cleanup spot. A couple of strikes against him. 1 run across. 2 in scoring position for Orofino here in the bottom of the first. Pitch misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That is the first ball that Jack Johnson has tossed to the plate. And it comes here with the cleanup hitter, Bradbury. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled back into the screen as Steven gets just underneath it. 1-2.
Steven's been swinging the bat well on the year. He comes in hitting .312.
Where's 12 on the back of his uniform? Maniacs with their white unis. Pitch is swung on, a chopper up the middle, and it's a collision at second base. Here's the throw to first. It's not in time as Wareham, that's Teak Wareham, and I'm guessing his brother Cy Wareham, collide right at second base to come up with that ball. It's Teak who has it. Scoring from third base is Howell, and then Bradbury is on with an RBI single. Nicely placed right back up the middle on a big Sunday hop over Jack Johnson's glove on the mound, and the Maniacs have a 2-0 lead. Wow.
4 straight hits.
4 straight hits for Orofino. Great way to come out against the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead it 2-0.
Yeah, traditionally not a team that starts off super well at the plate. Orofino tends to play a lot of catch-up ball, but it's coming out with the hot bats here early.
Well, maybe it was that spring break training that got him fired up. Droby stands at the plate. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. Kennard with defensive signals out in front of the plate before that last pitch, and you saw a slight shift in the 2 infielders. Fastball misses low and away for ball 2. Jack Crick at third base. Now he's going to back up a little deeper in the hole there at third. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is low. That's taken for a strike. The throw down to the shortstop is cut off. They will put Steve Bradbury over to second base. That's a stolen base. And so now 2 base runners in scoring position with Barlow at third and Bradbury at second. Now the 2-1. That is right on the paint for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Drobish, a 211 hitter on the year.
Here's the 2-2 on the way. Misses outside for ball 3. First base is open. 2 in scoring position, 2 across, nobody gone here in the Maniac half of the first inning. The pitch on the way is swung on, and this one's going to be cued foul into the first base dugout. I'm sure whatever bodies are left in there for Genesee scattered away from wherever that pitch was coming. That came off the bat of Drobish in a hurry. The 3-2 on the way to Nick. Swung on, a chopper to the left side, the third baseman up on it. Here's the throw to first, and it's up the line. And so scoring from third base will be Barlow as the ball comes back into the infield. And so that is an error as Drobish will reach on the throwing error by Crick over at third base. And Barlow scores to make it a 3-0 Maniac lead. On the play, Bradbury advances to third. Drobish goes from first to second on the throw that was well up the line from Zenner. 3-0. Now here's today's starting catcher, Kevin Turner. And the first pitch to Kevin is taken for a strike, 0-1. That pitch was on the outside half of the plate. And CJ, as you look at Kevin, I mean, he's none too close to home plate, so that leaves a big strike zone. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back here by us, 0-2.
Johnson still pitching from ahead in the count the majority of the time.
The 0-2 on the way. That is just a little outside the zone, a little high. Ball 1 to Kevin. Turner pinwheels that bat around, stands even with the plate, and the 1-2 missing away for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You get the idea that maybe Jack is just a little gun shy right now, CJ. He has put all 5 of the first batters on the base. There's a bender, and it just misses a little high for ball 3. Gennard at home plate just framed that ball nicely, but it was just a touch above the letters. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch is a fastball, called strike, and Kevin Turner was on his way down to first, but gets called back and says, sit down in your dugout. There is the first strikeout of the game, and it goes to Jack Johnson.
Yeah, guarantee is a big sigh of relief there, especially after watching that throwing error.
Pitch is going to be swung on, a ground ball over to the third baseman up on it. Here's the throw to first. It is in time, and everyone else has to stay exactly where they're at. Bradbury does not advance far enough down the line from third to try and get home. So Drew Hanna bounces out for the second out here in the bottom of the first inning for Easton Schneider, the 8th batter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting number 7, the right fielder, Easton
And a
Schneider.
curveball drops in there just a little low for a ball, 1-0.
Genesee, a pretty storied baseball program. They have quite a few state championships under their belt.
Sure they do. The 1-0 on the way, high off of the glove of Gennard. Ball 2, 2-0. Bulldog baseball, it's synonymous with a lot of state titles in the 1A ranks here in the state of Idaho. The 2-0 on the way to Schneider, that also misses for ball 3. And you take a look at Jack Johnson out there on the hill. I mean, the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, he's a well-built young man. The 3-0, that is outside, so a 4-pitch walk to Easton Schneider, and it keeps the Maniacs in business here in the bottom of the first. So the sacks are loaded up for the 9th hitter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning, Aiden Olive. Aiden waves through the first offering, strike 1.
On deck, Silas Urano.
At third base, Bradbury. At second, Drobish. At first, Schneider. The 0-1 is swung on and looped right into the glove of Jack Johnson as he just falls off the mound to his left to make the catch. 3 runs come across to score on 4 hits and error, and they leave them loaded. But the Maniacs with a 3-0 lead after an inning of play, CJ.
4, 5, and 6 due up for the Bulldogs. Gwinnard, Crick, and Zenner when Jeff and I return after this.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
At the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
Proud of the Maniacs, Orofino Marketplace, and Les Schwab Tire Center here as we head to the top of 2. It is 3-0 Orofino, Jeff.
All right, so for the Genesee Bulldogs, leading things off, Gennard. And the first pitch up there misses just a little wide. Starting pitcher Drew Hanna back out on the hill for Orofino, who enjoys a 3-0 lead now as we have just started off the top of the second inning. The 1-0 is going to be swung on and fouled back. 1-1 to Nate.
In 6 appearances so far on the year, Hanna comes in with a 2.76 ERA.
That's respectable here, especially early in the season. You're just starting to learn your stuff. Drew working from the windup, the 1-1 pitch on the way comes back with a fastball, tails inside for ball 2. 2-1. Second left-handed hitter to come to the plate for Genesee here in their first 4 batters. Here's the 2-1 on the way and misses outside for ball 3. 3-1. Again, your catcher today, Kevin Turner. Silas Naranjo, who has by virtue done all the catching, is now at a shortstop. Pitch misses wide and Gennard is on with the walk. That's the first walk issued by Drew. And that's the first base runner for the Genesee Bulldogs today.
It's got to feel nice for Silas to get a little break on his knees, you know?
Yeah.
He's an excellent shortstop as well.
Here comes third baseman Jacob Crick. Big right-hander. He waves at the first pitch, fouls it away. 0-1. You take a look at these Genesee kids, CJ, and they're all well-built, look like good ball players. From the stretch, Drew will come set chin high, and the fastball misses low. Runner going. Here's the throw down to second, and it is to the first base side of the bag, and Nate Gennard has a stolen base for Genesee as they try to get back into this ball game, down 3-0. Crick swinging at the pitch. The count runs to a ball and a strike now.
You know why they're so well-built, right?
Because they're farm boys.
Farmers' kids, yeah.
Farmers' kids, you betcha. Something in the water. 1-1. Pitches swung through, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes to Jacob.
Oh, I grew up in Genesee, so apparently I didn't drink enough water.
From the stretch, Hanna looks at the base runner, looks at him again, and now he'll deal to the plate the 1-2 pitch. Low. Ball gets away from Turner. There will be no throw down to third base, and Gennard will get another 90 feet by virtue of the pass ball. So a runner just 90 feet away from scoring. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crick, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. Again from the stretch, Hanna comes to the plate inside, and it plunked him. So Jacob hit by pitch. So 2 base runners on. And so let's see if Genesee elects to try and put a little motion into this baseball game. Down 3-0. Nobody gone here in their half of the second inning for number 6 hitter Jackson Zenner. Jackson, another righty for this Bulldog squad. And the pitch rides inside on him for ball 1.
I was kind of wondering whether they were going to want to test the arm of Turner behind the dish, but over at first, Crick barely a safety lead.
Yeah. No plan right now to try and move base runners around. The 1-0 rides a little high, just above the hands for ball 2. Derek Burt is on deck, and then Cole Reibold in the hole. Jackson will step back in. He'll stand even with the plate, rotates that bat around his right shoulder. Pitch is going to be swung on back here. Ta-da! You know, this is not safety glass right here in front of us, CJ.
I know. I could just see that it was going way over our head. So it didn't really bug me that much.
Yeah, well, you didn't see how much spin was on that ball there. It was ready to come down. I've been hit by too many baseballs through the years. Here's the 2-1. It runs high. Here's the throw down to second. Cut off. There will be no throw to home plate. And so putting the game in motion, the Genesee Bulldogs score their first runner as Nate Gennard, who reached on a walk, scores from third base, and Crick now down to second. The count is 3-1 to Jackson Zenner. Nobody gone here in Genesee's half of the second inning. It is 3-1 Orofino. Fastball inside for ball 4, so Zenner will draw a walk. That's the second walk issued by Hanna. And time called now as Kevin Turner's going to head out onto the hill to have a quick visit with Drew. Again, for those of you who are looking to follow Maniac Baseball, tomorrow's game at Grangeville has been scrubbed. Grangeville's field is not playable. Derek Burt now with 2 aboard, 1 across, and nobody gone here in the second inning rather. There's a good-looking hook in there for a called strike to Derek. 0-1. Outfield playing straight away for the Maniacs. Drobish. Pitch is going to be swung on, fouled back into the screen, just off to our right as we look at it, and so that shows that Derek Burt pulls the trigger just a little late. But Drobish playing a couple of steps shallow out there in center field. The count is 0-2. And again, Hanna working from the stretch as base runners take their leads. Swinging third strike. Batter that Hanna has hit here in the frame. Things kind of falling apart for the right-handed hurler for the Maniacs. Again, he has yet to give up a hit here in this frame or throughout the game, really, CJ, but he's allowed a base runner to come across and the sacks are loaded up with Bulldogs with 1 gone. Here's Teak Wareham. And a curveball misses for a ball, 1-0. Runners take their leads. Corners in on the grass for the Maniacs. Slider misses away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Crick is at third. Zenner at second. Reibold at first. And the pitch as the Maniacs want to play at the plate, and it's in there for a strike to Wareham, and the count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, you're dealing with the number 9 batter, most notably not a very strong hitter. There's a good hook in there for, oh gosh, it just missed somewhere for ball 3.
It's a good looking pitch.
3 balls and a strike to Teak, and you want to take care of this kid, the number 9 hitter. Oh, he waves at a pitch above the letters, does Wareham, for strike 2.
Yeah, he almost came out of his shoes.
I'll tell you, he saw something big and fat, and he took a hack at it and came up empty. The 3-2 swung on, and there are 2 away now. That's the second strikeout and second out here for Drew Hanna and the Maniacs. Now we go back to the top of the order for Cy Wareham.
For the Bulldogs, the shortstop.
Cy
Wareham
was robbed of a base hit back in the first inning as Nick Drobish made an outstanding play from center field. Pitch a little outside for a ball, 1-0 to Cy.
Yeah, Drobish out there putting up web gems.
All throughout this season. The 1-0. Oh, nice tailing curveball for a strike. Drew wants to get out of this with a little ground ball to the infield or a pop-up. Pitch is swung on, fly ball, deep left field. Olive moving back on it, and it is up against the wall at the 320, but guess what? The umpire says it's foul. And so everybody going to reset. That was not foul by much, CJ, up that left field line as it bounced off the wall, nearly cranked a grand slam out of here, came up short up against the wall just to the left side of that 320 mark on the ball field here at Orofino High.
Yeah, honestly, without the wind, that may have been a grand slam.
And Drew Hanna is taking a big sigh of relief right now. He's ready to work once again. The 1-2 is low for ball 2. Drew says, yeah, I'm not going to leave anything up there for this kid to turn around on. Holy Toledo. Wareham says, I'll take anything you got, kid. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fly ball to the gap in right center field, and it'll be... Is it caught?
Yep.
It is caught by center fielder Nick Drobish.
Nope, right fielder Schneider.
Is it Schneider?
Yep.
Holy smokes, again, right in the middle where the two are at. And what a catch. And the Maniacs keep from allowing any more bloodshed here with the bags loaded. One run does come across to score for the Genesee Bulldogs. They lead it. Orofino leads it 3-1. The Maniac half of the second, CJ.
It'll be Naranjo, Howell, and Barlow when we come back after this.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, soda, and a delicious salad bar packed with fresh greens, fruits, and proteins. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is absolutely delicious. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2, and Sundays served noon till 2.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy and P1FCU.
Naranjo steps up and he'll wave at the first pitch. A slow ground ball to the third baseman. Crick up on it and the transfer is good. Just like that, 5-3 put out, and Naranjo goes down here to start the bottom of the second inning. Orofino leads it 3-1.
Crick flashing some leather over there at third base.
Yeah, pretty good sidearm throw by Jared over there at third. Howell will step to the plate, and he's going to put a ground ball over to second baseman Teak Wareham, and he'll make the easy 4-3 put out on Bodie Howell. 2 pitches, 2 outs here for Orofino in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, the Bulldogs just taking infield here so far in the second.
That will bring up Maniac Dash Barlow.
Maniac, first baseman,
Dash
Barlow
with an RBI single back in the first. And he's going to hit one to the second baseman, wear him up on it, and just like that, 3 pitches, and the Maniacs go down in order. You have the web gems for the Maniac defense, and then all of a sudden the bats just put a couple of lazy ground balls out there.
Went away quick here in the second. When we come back, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Meyer, Johnson, and Guinard after this.
After a work-related injury, Rick Badillo knew from a prior experience he'd need physical therapy to strengthen his shoulder, so he sought help from Orofino Physical Therapy.
I go to the gym there. They're affiliated with the gym, so it seemed like a one-stop shop for me. So
Rick has been down this road before.
I tore my labrum and bicep tendon on my left shoulder, work-related, and I've done my right shoulder in 2016. I know the drill. It's a very long process.
Who was your primary therapist?
I started off with Josh, and then he went on vacation, so I had Johnny and Mike. As far as the routine, I mean, they keep me very busy and are always throwing new stuff at me.
What was your therapy routine?
Now they have me doing weights, but right after the surgery, it's just band work. You start with the mobility and range of motion because after surgery, you have none. And then when I'm done, Josh will stretch me, ice me. It's been really good here. Seeing a lot of progress. Really happy with the way things are going.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Happy to sponsor in part today's Maniac broadcast are Family Eye Care, Kimberling Insurance, and Orofino Builder Supply. As we head to the top of the third, it is 3-1 Orofino, Jeff.
All right, center fielder Meyer coming up to the plate for the Bulldogs, top of the third inning. Maniacs lead this contest 3-1. Back out on the hill is Hannah, and the right-hander deals a first pitch fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Well, to keep you up to date on Maniac Athletics, lady softball was to have a matchup with the Clearwater Valley Rams today. That got scrapped. Orofino baseball tomorrow at Grangeville. That too has been scrapped. Swinging strike by Meyer on a pitch that's off of the dish, 0-2. Again, Grangeville just had a ton of rain. They didn't think they'd be able to have their field playable by tomorrow, so they said we'll play it at another time. The 0-2 is a waste pitch just off the dish by Drew for ball one.
Drew seemed to find himself a little bit after a tough start to the second.
Drew steps off the rubber, then he steps back on the rubber as he continues to work from the windup for the Maniacs. And this pitch misses off the dish also for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So without the Grangeville game tomorrow, CJ Orofino will have their first league competition, baseball-wise anyway, on Saturday. The 2-2 is swung on and hit foul out of play to the left. St. Mary's, they have always been a very good team, and so we encourage everybody to come out to the ball field for the doubleheader Saturday against St. Mary's. 2-2, and Drew begins his windup and fires, and there's a check swing just above the letters for ball 3.
You talk about field troubles, and in Grangeville, St. Mary's well acquainted with those here in years past.
3-2 on the way to Meyer, and that is just off the dish for ball 4. So there's a first pitch walk given up by Drew. That is the third walk that Hannah has issued. After starting the first inning, setting down the Bulldogs 1-2-3, then all of a sudden in the second he has all kinds of trouble. Move over to second base, and diving back in is Meyer. He is safe. Working from the stretch is Hannah with Jack Johnson at the plate. Starts him out with a fastball inside, 1-0. Yeah, talking about St. Mary's, that St. Joe River just never seems to give up anything. And so all throughout that little valley there, it's just wet all the time. The 1-0 on the way to Johnson. He's going to crank this one foul up the third baseline, 1-1 now.
Yeah, gosh, a couple years ago when they came here for the first time, Coach Taft had said they hadn't even been able to get a practice in outside. And that was pretty well into the season.
1 ball and 1 strike to the pitcher, and another move over to first base and back. And Genesee operating without benefit of a first base coach. And so Meyer doesn't venture too far away from the bag. Here's a nice hook for a called strike to Johnson, 1-2.
Some real good late break.
Johnson ready at the plate, and Hannah comes set. The 1-2. Fastball low, blocked nicely behind the plate by Turner. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barlow extends his glove over at first base. Let's see if Hannah goes back. No, he'll come to the plate. Here's a throw down to second. It is high. The tag's applied and safe. So says our home plate umpire, since we are working with only one umpire today. And so a stolen base goes to Meyer. That is the second stolen base recorded by Genesee in the game today. 3-2. Here's the pitch it swung on. Popped up off of the mask as Turner back here to the warning track, and he makes that catch. That's the second time Kevin Turner has come back to the net and made a nice catch for an out. Jack Johnson goes down F2.
And you love to see that behind the dish. Turner giving Naranjo a spell and playing well.
Very well. That brings Gennard to the plate. He walked and scored back last inning. Hits from the left side, rests that bat on his shoulder, and now here comes the pitch. Tails away from the lefty for ball one. On deck for the Bulldogs is Crick. Lead from second by Meyer. The pitch is going to be swung on, and this one's hit to left center field. Could spell trouble. And over there, the left fielder is Olive. He makes the catch for the second out. You saw the wind pick that ball up, and it looked like it was almost curving away from center field, more over to left, and Aiden Olive has plenty of time to get there to make the catch.
Gosh, you know that strong wind. There's actually a high wind warning in effect until 11 o'clock tonight, but that makes those plays in the outfield by Drobish and Schneider all the more impressive.
Crick at the plate, and he waves at a high fastball, strike one. Jared was hit by a pitch, made it all the way to third last inning, but was left stranded there. 0-1. Look at that wind pickup right now. Here's the 0-1, swung on, fouled back over the top of the screen here into the crowd, and the count 0-2. Yeah, we want to encourage everyone who might be listening to this game at home, or if they're still at work, batten down the hatches, because things are not going to be the same place tomorrow. Swinging, strike three rather, and Crick goes down, the third out here in the third inning of play. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left out there. It's 3-1 after 2.5 innings of play, CJ.
Due up for the Maniacs, Bradbury, Drobish, and Turner when Jeff and I come back after this.
While our tax season will end April 18th, it's more important than ever to choose the right tax preparation service that has your best interest at heart. H&R Block Orofino, a small family-run business, H&R Block served our long-standing clients and new customers with the utmost professional experience. Thank you to all our clients for placing your trust in us today as well as in the future. H&R Block, 120 Michigan Avenue, Orofino, 476-5454.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Well, we encourage you to listen in at the conclusion of today's game for the Pizza Factory Player of the Game. Here we go for CJ Thompson.
First pitch to Stephen Bradbury, leading things off a fastball that misses low. 1-0.
Well, CJ, Stephen had an RBI single the last time he was at bat, and so he's swinging the bat well, like you said.
The 1-0 is off the dish well away. 2-0. Like a slider that missed. Big breath, wheels and deals a 2-0 pitch. In on the hands, fouled off. On the first base side, count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Wind starting to pick back up here a little bit at the ball field. Had a tad bit of a break from it. The windup and the 2-1 delivery, a curveball in there for a called strike.
Well, that pitch started out high, CJ, above the letters, but by the time it got into the glove of Gennard, it dropped down just below.
The 2-2 delivery from Johnson, that misses. 4-3 full count. Nick Drobish over on deck. Kevin Turner in the hole. The windup and the payoff pitch to the plate, swinging a low liner over the head of the first baseman Jackson Zenner into right field. A leadoff base knock for Stephen Bradbury.
Well, Stephen is 2 for 2 right now, and I'll tell you what, like you said, CJ, he's swinging the bat well. He got a piece of that pitch that was just a little high and outside and put it right over the outstretched glove of Zenner at first base.
Kevin Turner.
Bradbury the lead over at first base. Drobish at the plate. Set and the first pitch from Johnson inside. Don't think quite as inside as Drobish made it look, but...
Well, I encourage you to stand down there, CJ, and watch one of those come at you.
The 1-0 pitch is well high. And nope, that is why I got out of baseball.
You were in baseball.
I like when the ball sits still.
Yeah.
There's the 2-0 pitch, and that misses a snap throw down to first base. Scrambling back is Bradbury. Count runs to 3-0. Set down the 3-0 pitch, and therefore a called strike at the knees. Take a change up from Johnson. Checks on the runner over at first. Now a move over and diving back in time is Bradbury. You know Coach Midstock wants to be aggressive on the base paths. Wouldn't be surprised to see him send him 3-1, and that misses low for ball 4. That'll put the first 2 aboard here for the Maniacs in the home half of the third. Bradbury to second. Drobish takes over at first.
All right, CJ, so Johnson really doing a pretty good job. He's given up 3 runs on 5 hits now.
Here's Kevin Turner. Runners at first and second, nobody away. Couple looks back, deals to the dish, right down the heart. 0-1. Kevin hitting 182. Runners take their leads. The 0-1 on the way, swinging a high pop-up over right side of the infield. Wareham moves over. He's called off by Johnson, who comes off the mound and makes the catch near the first baseline. 1 down. And the wind carrying that one quite a ways.
Yeah, CJ got high enough in the air. It gives everybody an ample opportunity to move into position. Wareham, like you said, at second base was going over, but the play was made by Johnson, and most times you don't want your pitcher coming off the mound if you can avoid it.
Here's Drew Hanna. See what he can do to help his own cause as a first pitch. A pitch out as the runner goes throw to third well in time. As waiting for Bradbury to get there was a Crick at third, and there's 2 away on the play. Drobish made his way to second base.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Not sure exactly what the defensive call was there, but there was no way Bradbury was going to make it into third because Gennard has a fantastic arm. He just fires right down to Crick at third base. CJ right on the money. A little dance by Bradbury to try and get around that tag, but it just was not going to happen.
There's the set and the 1-0 delivery stays well upstairs, 2-0. Schneider over on deck, hoping he gets a chance to get in on the action. Big breath from Johnson. Turns to look at the runner now. Move back. Tag applied. And back in time is Drobish.
It's very difficult when you only have one official on the field like we have here today. Our home plate umpire's got to look around the catcher, and he's got to look around Johnson to see if a tag is made. But the play was well over.
1 on, 2 down. Runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul tip back into the glove, I believe. 2 balls and a strike. Wind moving from right to left as we see it here in the booth. Now the 2-1 delivery, and therefore a called strike on the outer portion, about belt high. 2-2. Drobish the lead at second, 2 down. A 2-2 pitch, swing and a comebacker, hops into the glove of Johnson. He'll underhand toss over to first base to Zenner, and that will do it for the Maniacs here in the third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a one stranded. It's 3-1 Maniacs.
Okay, when we come back, it'll be the top of the fourth and scheduled up for the Bulldogs, Zenner, Burt, and Rybold when CJ and I return after this.
Start today to improve your mind and body. Hi, it's your Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness Gym Manager Kylie. Start getting healthy with a visit today.
It's no fun to struggle with aches and pains from a body that's tired after a day of work. Get answers to your health questions with a free assessment at Orofino Physical Therapy. Learn what you can do to begin feeling better now. Call Orofino Physical Therapy for a free $80 assessment. Don't live with the pain. Call Orofino Physical Therapy.
Find the benefits of a workout today. Talk to any of our staff at Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Good luck, Orofino student athletes participating in all our spring sports and championships. Hello, this is Marilyn from Orofino Marketplace. We wish you continued success during your games, matches, and meets.
Baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. Orofino High is at the top of the standings no matter what the sport. Orofino Marketplace tips our cap to these healthy and competitive young men and women and wish them the best this and every year.
Orofino Marketplace, home of the 10-pound meat sale and your #1 Maniac sports backer.
Riverside Physical Therapy and Terry Bowling of Camus Financial Services are Orofino Maniac backers here on KLER Orofino. And thanks a lot for tuning in on our YouTube channel, KLER 1300 AM. Here, my friends, is CJ Thompson.
Drew Hanna back out on the mound for the Maniacs, giving up 1 run through 3 innings here so far. He'll face Jackson Zenner to lead off the top of 4. Zenner, a tall right-hander. Hanna wheels and deals the first pitch off the dish low and away. 1-0.
So Drew right now through 3 innings of work, CJ has given up 1 run on no hits.
Has walked a couple and hit 1. And the pitch low for ball 2, 2-0. Hanna, I believe, a sophomore.
Correct, yeah.
Wind up and the 2-0 delivery, swinging a hard hit grounder, pulled foul. On the third baseline, 3-0. Or 2-1. Long look in from Hanna. As the sign. Now the 2-1 pitch to the plate in there for a called strike.
Yeah, the curveball from Drew starts really right down the middle of the plate, CJ, and then it just takes a left turn.
Now the 2-2 delivery, the plate comes back with a fastball inside.
You wonder if that pitch was aided in getting away from Kevin Turner, because the wind has got to be gusting at about maybe 35, 45 miles an hour right now.
Now the payoff pitch to the plate, swing and a miss for strike 3. Good way to start out the top of 4 as Hanna fans Jackson Zenner.
Well, with 1 gone here in the top of the 4th, that's going to bring Derek Burt to the plate, CJ, and he was Drew Hanna's first strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning.
Hanna, the windup and the first pitch to Burt's in there for a called strike on the outer portion. 0-1. Hanna seems to have found his groove a little bit. Now the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss past a off-speed pitch.
Yeah, when you're a pitcher and you know that you've got guys swinging at stuff way early or off the dish or up high, you've got to feel good.
Now the 0-2 pitch, swinging a slow roller right side. Hanna off the mound. Now he'll have to take it to the bag himself. And did he win the foot race? He did. Got it there before Burt, as nobody was covering first.
Yeah, that's the shame of it all. On that play, Bodie Howell, the second baseman, has got to see that. He has got to shift to the bag. That is his responsibility. He was late getting there. Drew saw it, so he raced to the bag himself for the second out.
Here's Cole Rybold. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's a nasty hook by Drew Hanna.
Yeah, good looking breaking ball. Now the windup and the 0-1 pitch, nicely framed by Turner. And a called strike on the outer portion, 0-2.
Come on, get him.
Now the wind-up and the waste pitch to the plates. That stays upstairs. 1-2. Over on deck, Teak Wareham. The 1-2 pitch fouled straight back. Count stays the ball in 2 strikes.
CJ, take a look at Rybold when he comes in. He's got a stance that almost takes up the entire box. His left foot is on that front chalk line. His right foot's only inches away from the back.
Now the 1-2 pitch blows a fastball by a swinging Rybold to end the top of the 4th, a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left aboard. 3-1 Orofino.
When we come back, it'll be the Maniac half of the 4th, and due up our Schneider, Olive, and Naranjo hitters 8, 9, and 1 when we return after this.
You can almost feel it. Spring. Get ready now for any project at home or in the yard with a stop at Orofino Builder Supply. The Spring Merchandise Book 2022 is out, and it's jam-packed with budget-saving buys. For lawn and garden, rose and flower care will feed and protect against plant-harming insects, $11.49. Green up your lawn and protect against brown patches with lawn fungus control, $22.99. If you need it, Orofino Builders has it. Remember to enter the $500 shopping giveaway.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in park, right?
Proud of the Maniacs, Orofino Marketplace, and Les Schwab Tire Center. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th, and here is CJ Thompson.
On deck, Aiden Olive, and
Leading things off is Easton Schneider. A swing at the first pitch, and he sends a base knock to center field. Having to play it on a hop is Colby Meyer. Lost that one in the sun for a second. It's nice to see the sun popping out, though.
Yeah, we've got sun, and we've got some, you can see the rain off to the west. Well, it just stays there.
Schneider, a good lead over at first, and a throw over to get him back from Johnson. Dives back in time.
That's a nice A move by Johnson on the hill, CJ. There's another one.
Back in, standing up is Schneider this time.
He is so quick, Johnson, with his release. He pivots well at the hips.
Here's Aiden Olive at the plate. 9th in the order, showing bunt. He'll lay it down on the third base side. Nice bunts off the mound. Johnson, the throw over to first in time, but Olive does his job and sacrifices Schneider over to second.
You see the traffic directed out there by Nate Gennard, CJ, the Bulldog catcher. He sees Johnson's going to be able to retrieve that, and he points to first. He knows that there's only one play. And so he doesn't want his pitcher wasting any time looking to the base runner going to second.
So man in scoring position with one down for Silas Naranjo. There's the set and the pitch to the plate, a fastball that misses low for ball 1.
Silas 1 for 2 today with the run scored.
Bulldogs led by Coach Kevin Moorer. He's also a coach for the Cubs. And the pitch in there for a called strike to Naranjo, 1-1.
When you say Cubs, you're talking about the LC Cubs?
Yep,
Is
LC
that correct?
Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the Chicago Cubs. 1-1 pitch, a curveball dug out of the dirt, sends it to right field. Having to play it on a hop is Rybold, and into third base on the play is Schneider. He'll put on the brakes. Nice base knock the other way for Naranjo.
Well, that's exactly where Silas took his first single. CJ, you might remember that little Texas leaguer just parachuted out there in front of Rybold in right field, and so that pushed Schneider over to third base. Runners at the corners, another opportunity for the Maniacs to try and put this game into motion. They have not had too much luck getting from second to third, however. Not the case right now.
Good wheels in Naranjo at first. Howell at the plate. The first pitch to him, a called strike at the letters. 0-1.
Yeah, you have Schneider at third base, Naranjo at first. Always trouble for a pitcher.
Runners on the corners, one down. The 0-1 pitch inside, blocked by Guinard. 1-1. Johnson, one of the key cogs in this pitching rotation for the Bulldogs. You see him in the box scores in the Tribune on a regular basis. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's low. Skitters by Guinard as the runner had taken off. Easily scoring from third is Schneider. And in his second is Naranjo on the wild pitch.
Yeah, so Easton's able to score easily, CJ. Johnson really lost it on his mechanics on that last one. Just over-rotated and late release.
Now the 2-1 pitch is outside. 3-1. 4-1 Orofino here in the home half of the fourth. Another runner in scoring position in Naranjo. And the pitch to the plate's right down the heart.
Well, no, I wouldn't call that right down the heart, CJ, but Bodie Howell tossed that back because he thought that was a little inside and a little high. I'm thinking ball 4, right? Nope.
And a swing and a miss at a curveball. And that's his second strikeout here for Jack Johnson.
Yeah, the umpire says, son, I will call the game.
And the pitch to Dash Barlow misses for ball 1.
Going back to Bodie Howell, CJ, when Bodie thought he had ball 4, he swung at a bad pitch the following pitch, and so you got to let that stuff go.
And a curveball, slow curve that misses for ball 2. 2-0. Barlow, an RBI single and a run scored to his credit. He's 1 for 2. 1 on, 2 down. Pitch to the plate, swing and a fly ball the other way, foul. And out of play. 2-1.
Dashall, the first time he came to the plate, CJ, on an 0-2 pitch, got jammed up, but he singled home Silas Naranjo to bring home the game's first run.
And that pitch turning away from it inside was Barlow. The throw down to second skips by second baseman Wareham. And into third is Naranjo on the throwing error.
Well, anytime you're going to test the arm of Guinard, you've got to make sure that you've got someone to back it up, either your shortstop or your second baseman.
3-1 pitch to Barlow in there for a strike on the inner portion, 3-2. Full count to Dash. Payoff pitch from Johnson, swing and a miss. Couldn't find that breaking ball. That'll do it for the Maniacs here in the home half of the fourth. 1 run they pick up on 2 hits, no errors. They do leave a 1 stranded. 4-1 Orofino.
Okay, when Genesee comes to the plate here in the top of the 5th, we're looking at hitters 9, 1, and 2, Wareham, and Meyer right after this.
While our tax season will end April 18th, it's more important than ever to choose the right tax preparation service that has your best interest at heart. H&R Block Orofino, a small family-run business, H&R Block served our long-standing clients and new customers with the utmost professional experience. Thank you to all our clients for placing your trust in us today as well as in the future. H&R Block, 120 Michigan Avenue, Orofino, 476-5454.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
Bring home the win. Orofino sponsoring today's Maniac broadcast. Your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy and P1FCU.
Ninth hitter in the order will lead things off here in the top of 5, Teak Wareham. Hannah back out on the mound. Wheels and deals the first pitch. That misses for ball 1.
Lights are on here at the ballpark at Orofino. It's a fine day to come out and catch a little baseball action, friends.
Now the 1-0 pitch fouled off. 1-1.
You know, it's just about every kind of weather you could imagine. We go from a light, gentle breeze to hurricane force winds coming off of the Clearwater, torrential downpours to a little sunshine.
I thought I even saw a little snow earlier, to be honest.
Shush.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, actually, I noticed today, CJ, looking at the National Weather Service forecast, they did say a little snow could fall tonight to tomorrow morning.
Now the 1-2 pitch from Hannah. That's outside. 2-2.
Again, folks, we are not kidding, though. They are expecting some heavy winds, so batten things down around your home.
The fastball on the 2-2, just a little low. Full count.
I went home today, and I was saddened to see that I have a flagpole with the American flag at the top of it, and it had cracked the flagpole and brought it down in my yard.
Payoff pitch on the way is high and tight. 4 ball 4. Wareham will draw a leadoff walk to start things in the 5th. So man aboard for Cy Wareham.
Top of the order for the Bulldogs and Cy Wareham.
Well, CJ, with this 4-1 lead, the Maniacs on top of the Bulldogs, you can't look past this squad. This Genesee team, they've got well-built kids. They swing the bat well.
Yeah, and Wareham, he hits well as well. He has gotten robbed twice. First pitch on the way, swing and a pop-up over right side of the infield. Howell just onto the grass will make the catch behind first base, and there's one down.
You know, and it was Cy Wareham who had the bags full, CJ, back in the second, when he just unloaded on a pitch, and it hit the just to the left of the foul line, up 3/4 of the way up the wall. Would have been a grand slam without the wind.
Now here is Meyer. First pitch on the way, shows bunt, lays it down straight ahead. Hannah off the mound, and the throw is wide right of Barlow over at first. So rounding third and coming home is Wareham, and the throw will be cut off by Hannah. In his second on the play is Meyer, and he reaches on the error. Bulldogs get one back. They now trail 4-2.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate for Drew Hanna, CJ. He just unloaded a throw over to Dash Barlow that was nowhere near his glove.
Now here is Jack Johnson. First pitch on the way, rips one down the third base line, and that is just foul. That would have meant extra bases there if that had stayed fair.
Yeah, and it would have brought home possibly the third run. Let's see, yeah, it is 4-2 right now.
The set and the pitch to Johnson. Low for ball 1. Score now 4-2. A look back from Hannah. Now deals the 1-1 to the dish. Rips one down the third baseline. Again, just foul.
This is the perfect time for Drew to come with an off-speed pitch and get Johnson swinging at something out in front of him. He is so pumped, and he wants that fastball, and you can't leave it up, so you need to come with something off-speed.
Now the 1-2 pitch to Johnson, fouls it off again. Got to protect with 2 strikes. Fight off anything close till he finds something that he likes. Coach Midstock bringing over a couple more balls to the home plate umpire, and
I think the grill just went flying.
Yeah. Runner takes the lead. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one bounces outside, nicely blocked by Turner. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Johnson. Seeing what he can do to help his own cause here. Runner at second, 1 down. 4-2 Orofino. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hannah inside. Full count. Could tell Johnson wanted to turn on it.
Yeah, you got to get him thinking, CJ, but this is where Drew Hannon's got to go to work.
Full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Gets a hold of one to left, and this is going to get over the head all the way back to the wall of Aiden Olive. That's going to score 1 run. Meyer from second, and rounding second, digging for 3 is Johnson, and he'll come in standing up as the ball gets by the cutoff man.
Wow, that was a big triple by Jack Johnson, CJ. He got a fat matzo ball right down the middle, and he made Drew Hanna pay for it because he put that right on a rope over the outstretched glove of Olive. Olive have no chance whatsoever trying to make a catch on that.
Not only that, but he brings it within 1 run. Now he's the game-tying run at third. Here's Guinard. The first pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0. Guinard on the day, he walked and scored, stole a base. Also flied out to left. Lefty taps on the dish. Man just 90 feet away at third. Here's the pitch. Stays upstairs. 2-0.
That triple, CJ, that is the first hit given up by Drew Hanna through 4 innings of work.
Johnson gave it a ride. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is inside for ball 3, 3-0.
Drew's right around the zone, CJ, but he can't get a quality hitter like Guinard to offer it something that's either inside or outside.
Now the 3-0 pitch inside, and he turns on it, sends it foul up the first base line. 3-1. Swinging away with a 3-0 count, huh?
Yeah, given the green light, well, you clean-up hitter, you got to trust in him.
That does show trust. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and he takes it high and inside a 4-4. So Guinard will toss the bat, head on down to first. That is the 3rd walk issued by Hanna here in the ball game. That'll draw Coach Midstock out to have a little chat with his sophomore pitcher. Next up, Jacob Crick. Another one of those tall right-handers, very well built again.
Jacob Crick. On deck,
yeah, Jacob was able to reach back in the first inning when he was hit by a pitch, was left stranded, struck out his last at-bat for the 3rd out in the 3rd frame.
And Coach Midstock wants Hanna to pitch through this. Runner at first, 1 down. Runners at first and third. Here's the pitch. The runner goes. The throw is cut off by Bodie Howell. They got to hold that runner at third in Johnson, so Guinard gets a free base. Now runners at second and third. Game-tying run at third. Go-ahead run in scoring position at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike.
Well, you can see that Drew is not real happy with himself the way that he is reacting out there on the hill.
The waist pitch to the plate, and that is above the head of Crick. Nice job by Turner to get up quick and get that. 1-2. The set and the pitch on the way in on the hands fouled off. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes to Crick.
Yeah, Drew, the release point of that last pitch, CJ, if that was truly a curveball, the release point was just way too early, and Crick helped him out by swinging at that.
Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch, and that is low and away. 4-2 evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Crick. Over on deck, Jackson Zenner. 4-3, Orofino hanging on to a 1-run lead. The 2-2 delivery to the plate, swing and a high pop-up over left side of the infield. Bradbury calls it. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. That's a big out right there.
Yeah, it is. Now with 2 gone, CJ, you're going to be dealing with Zenner, the number 6 hitter, and he is 0 for on the day. He also one of the strikeout victims of Drew Hanna.
Jackson Zenner.
Jackson Zenner. He has reached base once. He walked his first at-bat. 2 on, 2 away. Hannah trying to minimize the damage here. First pitch on the way, swing and a high fly ball, arcing foul. As will fall well out of play. Did it find the crick over there? No? Is that?
No, not quite.
Is that where the crick is? No?
I'll tell you what, the sun has come out, though, and it is bright here at the ballpark at Orofino.
Set to end the 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back into the net.
Well, Drew knows now that he's only 1 pitch from getting out of this after giving up 2 runs on a hit and an error. In dealing with the middle of the order, Jackson Zenner.
Hannah out to the 0-2 lead. Looking to strand these 2 base runners. Waste pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball left side. Naranjo has it in the glove. Long throw over up the line. Dash had to come off the bag, make the catch, and then get his foot back on the bag before Zenner got there, able to do it. And that will end the threat here in the 5th. But the Bulldogs do get a couple back on a 1 hit in error, and they leave a 2 out there. It's 4-3 Orofino.
Steve Bradbury, Nick Drobish, Kevin Turner. They are scheduled up when the Maniacs come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. We'll return after this.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
Our game brought to you by the Pizza Factory, along with Clearwater Valley Health, our proud Maniac backers. Well, our contest got a little tighter. It's now 4-3 as we go to the Maniac half of the 5th inning. And to bring you the action, here is C.J. Thompson.
So Cameron Meyer, the new pitcher here for the Bulldogs. That will close the book on Jack Johnson, who went 4 innings, giving up 4 runs.
Well, that's not a straight change, CJ, because Cameron came in from center field, and that is not Jack Johnson out there in center field. You can tell by the frame, Jack Johnson was a well-built young man who was out there, and so there are some other changes.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I think they may have switched other things around to keep him in.
Defensively, yeah, sure.
Leading off the home half of the 5th.
Well, we'll have to see if we can come up with some changes for you along the way.
Third baseman, Steve Bradbury.
So Cameron Meyer will face Steve Bradbury to lead things off. Defense playing straight away. First pitch on the way to Steve, low and outside. 1-0. Steve, 2-2. Or 2 for 2. The 1-0 pitch, fouled straight down. 1-1.
Jack Johnson now our new shortstop.
Yeah, he was the one I was eyeing. There's the set from Meyer, and the pitch in on the hands of Bradbury, fouls it back and out of play.
And that might be Wareham out in center field there, it looks like, CJ. So Cy Wareham has now moved out to center.
Working from the stretch, Meyer sets, delivers the 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back into the nets. 1-2.
Well, Steven, as your cleanup hitter, he's done everything he can today, CJ. He's a couple of singles, stolen base.
1-2 on the way, a slow curve that misses. 2-2. Bradbury taps the dish, waves the bat through. Wind has died down a tad. 2-2 delivery. And he rung him up with a breaking ball that catches the outer portion at the letters.
Oh my goodness gracious, CJ. That was a slow curve. The lollipop curve just drops into the zone. Got to feel bad for Steve Bradbury.
Here's Nick Drobish. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1. Meyer sets and delivers, and a good-looking curveball again, as Drobish thought that was coming inside.
Yeah.
Some good late break.
It's got a lot of movement on it. That pitch was well inside, and it hooked.
Now the waste pitch to the plate. This one bounces in. A ball and 2 strikes to Drobish. Drobish was reached on both appearances. First on an error, and then he walked his second time to the dish. There's the 1-2 delivery. That's well outside. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Jack Johnson, 4 runs. He gives up 4 runs on 7 hits through 4 innings of play.
2-2 delivery to Drobish. The curveball in there for a called strike. Rung him up, as he is done to the first 2 batters that he has faced. 2 down.
Same pitch, CJ. It's that slow hook on the inside, and the Maniacs are bending away from it.
Now batting the catcher.
Here is Kevin Turner. First pitch fastball, fouled straight back into the nets. 0-1.
You know, and that's just the thing. That's why you bring somebody in the middle half of the game, throw something new up there, and right now the Maniacs can't even hack at that curveball.
Now the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. 4 strike 2. Like a change-up. Meyer has the sign, deals the 2-2 to the plate, swing and a high fly ball just onto the grass. So on the second base side, backing up, Teak Wareham will make the catch. And just like that, 3 up, 3 down. A quick home half of the 5th. It is 4-3 Orofino.
All right, here we go to the 6th inning now for the Bulldogs. They are looking at the bottom third of the order, Burt, Rybold, and Wareham, when we return after this.
You're busier than ever, and still yet your taxes are not done. The answer to your dilemma is H&R Block Orofino drop-off service. Tax day is April 18th. If you've struggled with questions about what's reportable on your tax form, let H&R Block Orofino help. At 120 Michigan Avenue, H&R Block offers in-person and drop-off service. We also offer year-round business services like bookkeeping and payroll. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 3, and later by appointment. H&R Block 476-5454.
With locations in Orofino, Grangeville, and Kamei, your do-it-best center is the Builder Supply. The Spring 2022 merchandise book is out, saving you on hundreds of needed items for outdoor living, cleaning and organization, home essentials, electrical and heating, name brand tools, farm and ranch equipment, and building materials. And when you come in, make sure to fill out the entry form to possibly win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. On Highway 12 West, see Orofino Builder Supply.
Well, we have some defensive changes out for the Maniacs. Dash Barlow will come in here in the 6th inning to pitch. Nick Drobish has taken Dashiell's place over at first, and it looks as though starting pitcher Drew Hanna has made his way out to center field. So Drew has given up 3 runs in his work today on just 1 hit, aided largely by a Maniac error. And so, but Orofino with only 1 error, CJ, you can only hope that they'll be able to keep those down the rest of the way and ride this 4-3 score to a victory.
And Barlow has pitched well on the year so far. He comes in 8 appearances and 1.24 ERA. A stingy arm. Leading things off will be Derek Burt. First pitch from Barlow, a curveball, and looks like he got a piece of that, fouls it off.
Bulldog batter,
0-1.
left fielder Derek Burt, on deck Cole Rybold and Teak Wareham.
Cole Rybold over on deck. Teak Wareham in the hole. This is the bottom third of the order. The set and the pitch, a fastball inside from Barlow, working from the stretch, even with the bases clear. He has done so all year.
Barlow, another one of those quality sophomores that we've been hearing about.
The set and the pitch, another curveball that misses. 2-1.
A completely different delivery style between Dash and Drew. Dash comes way over the top, a lot of snap.
2-1 pitch. That stays up for ball 3, 3-1. The smell's wafting up here from the concession stand.
I wonder if the folks at home can smell it through the microphone.
And the 3-1 pitch is behind the back of Derek Burt. And that will put the leadoff man aboard for the Bulldogs here in the top of 6.
Well, even without the aid of a first base coach, CJ, the Genesee Bulldogs have a couple of stolen bases, and Orofino wants to limit that. If they can do one more thing, just limit those base runners from getting into scoring position. That's what Dash just did. He just stepped off the back of the rubber and pushes the base runner back.
Dash will check on the runner. Here's Rybold. The pitch to him is inside, and it gets away from a Turner into second. On the play is Burt on the pass ball.
Yeah, and that's just a shame. First off, you walk the leadoff batter, then you let him get another 90 feet via the pass ball. And so Dash just trying to get settled down here in the 6th.
Runner in scoring position, nobody away. Here's a curveball that stays up from Barlow, 2-0. The count, the Maniacs 4, the Genesee Bulldogs 3. The 2-0 delivery, swing, and a two-hopper into glove of Bodie Howell at second. He'll make the short toss to first for the out, 4-3. But on the play, Burt makes his way to third. Game-tying run is just 90 feet away.
Now batting for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a little bit more of a story than it should have been. Nick Drobich just a little slow getting over to first base to cover the bag.
Now here's a fastball to start the at-bat off for Teak Wareham. Misses low.
So again, with the defensive changes that the Maniacs have, everybody's got to get into that mindset where they're supposed to be.
There's the set and the pitch from Barlow. Nicely framed by Turner and therefore called strike. 1-1. Barlow has assigned the 1-1 delivery low. 4 ball, 2 balls, and a strike. Wareham on the day. He struck out swinging in the second. Walked and scored in the 5th. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch is high. 4 ball, 3. 3-1. 1 on, 1 away. Burt takes his lead over at third. Barlow hoping to keep him there. Here's the pitch in there for a strike, full count.
Yeah, if you can just get rid of Wareham here, CJ, and deal with Cy Wareham at the top of the order, you can maybe keep this run from scoring.
Now the payoff pitch to the plate. Watches it all the way as it misses low for ball 4. Now runners on the corners after the second walk issued here by Dash Barlow. That brings us back around to the top with the dangerous Cy Wareham.
And this kid here, CJ, I mean, if he has proved anything, he's not been able to get on base today, but when he puts the bat on the ball, he can send it.
That he can. Move over to first base, trying to keep Wareham close. He dives back in. He'll take his lead, held on by Drobich. Burt, lead over at third. Here's the first pitch to Wareham. In there for a strike, runner goes, and Turner will fake the throw and hang on to it. So in the second, standing up is Wareham.
Yeah, that's just a shame, CJ. Kevin Turner, he knows the play. That's to fake the throw. That's what Coach wants him to do, and take a good look down to third, and he just did not release the ball. He didn't think he was far enough away.
Now the 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike, a breaking ball that's on the outer portion, 0-2. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch, swinging a grounder down the first baseline, foul. Past the glove of Drobish. Runners will have to head back.
I think that might be the first time that Wareham, on any of the pitches he has hit, has gone anywhere near right field.
I think you're right, yeah. Runners at second and third, one down. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is up high. 4-1, a ball and 2 strikes. Now to the Bulldogs' leadoff hitter. Cameron Meyer on deck. In the hole is Jack Johnson. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is up and outside.
Yeah, Dashel might be just thinking a little bit too much right now, CJ. That last pitch, very evident. He's trying to steer the ball up there. His release point is off.
Not trusting his mechanics. The 2-2 delivery, a slow curveball that's big ol' cut at. Got just a piece. Two and two. At second base, Wareham. Burt at third. The 2-2 pitch. In there for a strike, rung him up. Strike 3 to Wareham at the knees. And Barlow has his first strikeout. Comes at a good time as he sets down a dangerous hitter in Wareham.
Wareham was, I don't think, none too happy with that called third strike, CJ. He just stood there at the plate for even a brief moment and said, I can't believe that's a strike.
There's Meyer. First pitch on the way from Barlow. In there for a strike. It's on the outer portion.
Yeah, you just use that lollipop curveball on some of these top hitters here, CJ. They're noted for hitting for power. Well, you throw something off speed up there and they can't wave at it.
Now the 0-1 pitch to the lefty. This curveball stays high. 1-1. Looks like he wants to pitch him away. Now the set and the pitch, swing and a line drive, base hit into center field. That will score Reibold from third, and digging for home and scoring easily is Wareham. In with a stand-up double is Campbell. It does a single and got by Hanna in center field.
Yeah, Hanna doesn't make a, he doesn't touch the ball, unfortunately, so Cameron Meyer in at second, but he gets 2 RBIs, and he also puts his club on top 5-4.
Genesee takes the lead off of the base hit from Cameron Meyer. Now here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball up the middle. Naranjo has it to throw over to first in time to set down Jack Johnson for the final out here in the top of 6. But the Bulldogs do some damage as they get 2 to take the lead. 5-4 on a 1 hit, no errors. They do leave 1 out there.
Drew Hanna, Easton Schneider, and Aiden Olive. Those 3 are scheduled up when CJ and I come back to the bottom of the 6th after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Riverside Physical Therapy and Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services are Orofino Maniac backers on KLER Orofino as we head to the home half of the sixth. The Bulldogs took the lead in the top of the inning. They now lead at 5-4, Jeff.
Well, Drew Hanna going to lead things off here for the Maniacs, CJ. No better time than right now to try and come up with his first hit of the day. Cameron Meyer back out on the hill for the Bulldogs, and the right-hander will work from the stretch. Delivers the first pitch, comes with a fastball high and outside, 1-0. Maniacs give up the lead in the top of the sixth inning. 2 runs come across to score for the Bulldogs. They lead at 5-4. Pitch is swung on, going to be hit foul and out of play to the right, 1-1. Again, in case you've just joined us, we're here in the bottom of the sixth. Thanks for listening on 1300 KLER Orofino and on YouTube channel KLER 1300 AM. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, first action back since spring break for the Orofino Maniacs. Meyer working from the stretch, deals the 1-1. There's a nice looking hook. It's that pitch that the Maniacs just cannot pull the trigger on. This goes for strike 2 to Hanna. It's a tough lesson to learn, but they got to learn it quickly. 1-2 pitch. A little high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You mentioned spring break just a moment ago. Gosh, you remember how fast that spring break goes?
Oh,
just
man,
absolutely flies by.
The 2-2 fastball swung on and fouled over the top of the screen back into the crowd. A couple of my grandkids up in Spokane just started their spring break. Today is their first day of spring break.
Ooh, fun.
Got to hang out with them a little bit this weekend. The 2-2 slider misses away for ball 3. As a matter of fact, I thought I'll just take half a day off and I'll come into work late today. It was quite the treat. All right, back to the action. Drew Hanna steps back in. He's got a 3-2 pitch coming his way. Fastball misses off the dish for ball 4. That is the first walk issued by Meyer since he came in relief back in the 5th inning. So the Maniacs have the tying run aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. And Drew Hanna. Easton Schneider. He has been on twice today, once by a single and scored. Move over to first base and in on his hands over at first is Hanna. So the Maniacs were to have one game, or a doubleheader actually, to start spring break back on Saturday last week at Priest River, but that was called off as Priest River was not able to field a team. Now that's a squad, CJ, that Orofino will face next year in league play. Priest River will drop down into the 2A ranks and become a part of the Central Idaho League. Schneider steps back in, move over to first base once again, and staying put at first after getting pegged by the ball is Hanna. It went off of him and then ended up in foul territory in front of the first base dugout. But Rocky Barlow, who is the first base coach, tells Hanna to stay put, try not to get up and go anywhere.
I think that's Slade Snedden.
Here's the throw down to second. It's high and sliding in safe at second base is Snedden. So Snedden running for Hanna, is that correct? Or
yeah.
Okay, so let's get Slade written in there. Slade now over at second base with a stolen base. Snyder waves at a pitch and fouls it away. 1 ball and 1 strike now to the young man wearing number 1 on his uniform.
Did he foul it off his leg, or was it? He kind of looked like. I didn't think
got a piece of it, but it ended up off to the right.
I didn't think it. He just seemed like he kind of limped a little bit right off of it, but I didn't think it looked like it hit him.
Well, he stands ready at the plate for the next pitch. Here's the 1-1 offering. Curveball swung on, fouled back. 1-2 to Easton. Aiden Olive on deck, and in the hole, Silas Naranjo. Maniacs down a run, 5-4 on a very windy day here at the ballpark at Orofino High School. Working from the stretch as he has with every pitcher, Cameron Meyer. The Bulldog looks out at second base. Now he'll come to the plate. Oh, a little ground ball that started foul and went fair up the line. And so out at first base on the Jackson Zenner 3 unassisted is Easton Snyder, but on the play, Slade Snedden makes his way from second to third. So now the tying run is at third base. So CJ, that ball had so much twist and turn when it came off the bat. It started fair, bounced foul, then came back into fair territory after it hit off the grass. Swinging strike by Aiden Olive.
Now the infield playing up for a possible play at home.
Aiden just needs to find a hole and drive that ball through it to tie this baseball game up. Hitting in the 9 spot, the 0-1 on the way to Olive, misses inside, 1-1.
Snedden, good wheels over at third base, anything to the outfield. Should give him a chance to come home.
1-1 to Aiden. Swings at this one, lifts it out into left field on his horse, making the catch is Burt. Tagging up at third, here comes the throw. It's cut off on the infield. We are tied up as Slade Snedden scores from third base on a sacrifice off of Aiden Olive's bat, and it is now 5-5.
Aiden doing exactly his job there. Not trying to do too much. He knew that if he could lift something to the outfield, didn't matter whether it got caught or not. Snedden able to tag and score.
Silas going to try and get something going here with 2 outs to see if we can break this tie. Pitches up high for a ball, 1-0. Silas has been on 2 of his 3 at-bats. He's got a couple of singles and a run scored. The 1-0 is swung on. Little chopper over the second baseman, Wareham, and the transfer to first is good. But the Maniacs tie it up here in the 6th as they get a sacrifice off the bat of Aiden Olive to score Slade Snedden. We're knotted at 5 apiece.
And when we come back, Winard, Crick, and Zenner will see the plate for the Bulldogs after this.
With locations in Orofino, Grangeville, and Kamei, your do-it-best center is the Builder Supply. The Spring 2022 merchandise book is out, saving you on hundreds of needed items for outdoor living, cleaning and organization, home essentials, electrical and heating, name brand tools, farm and ranch equipment, and building materials. And when you come in, make sure to fill out the entry form to possibly win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. On Highway 12 West, see Orofino Builder Supply.
Healthy, happy babies. It's what we all want and easier to achieve when your child is seen annually for their Well Child Checkup at Clearwater Valley Health. A Well Baby visit builds a relationship between the child and provider, allowing the provider to spot subtle indicators if something is wrong in the future. And it ensures growth and developmental milestones are being met, the ability to address nutrition questions or concerns, and to make sure babies' vaccinations are up to date. Call Clearwater Valley Health today to help ensure your baby is happy and healthy.
Welcome back once again. Proud of the Maniacs. Orofino Marketplace and Les Schwab Tire Center. We're knotted up at 5-all. Headed to the 7th inning of play, Jeff.
Nate Gennard going to lead things off here for the Bulldogs, CJ. We're looking at hitters 4, 5, and 6 for Genesee. Back out on the hill, Dash Barlow.
Catcher, number 11. Nick Gennard.
Dashel working from the stretch, and his first pitch drops in there just a little low for a ball as he starts him out with a bit of a curve, 1-0. Leans in on that left leg, does Barshall. He'll straighten up, and another curveball. That's a hook that catches the outside black, 1-1. Dashel working very quickly. The 1-1 is fouled away, out of play, 1-2.
Gennard on the day has walked a couple of times, scored once, stolen a couple of bags, also flat out to the left.
See if Dashel's got it ready to go here. Here's the 1-2, and unfortunately the release point way too late, and he plunks Gennard. He's down at first base, hit by pitch. So the go-ahead run for the Genesee Bulldogs, now perched out there at first base.
Stepping to the plate,
That's the first batter that Barlow has hit. The Maniacs have now plunked 3 Bulldogs in this baseball game. Here's Crick, Bulldog first baseman, deep in the box. As he is in anticipation of a first pitch fastball. Here it comes. It is a fastball. Misses just a touch low. Ball 1. Kevin Turner quickly up out of his crouch, looking down to first base. See if he has an opportunity to throw behind the base runner there at first, Quinard. The 1-0 instead is a move over to first base. Tag is applied. Safe, so says our home plate umpire. Another short lead by Quinard away from first base, held on by Nick Drobish, the new first baseman, and stepping off the back of the rubber is Hanna. Or excuse me, I said Hanna, but Barlow. My apologies. Barlow now ready to go to work. Runner going. Here's the pitch. It's taken for a ball. Here's the throw down to second. It's not in time. Another stolen base for these Genesee Bulldogs. I haven't been keeping count, CJ. 1, 2, 4. Is that what, 5?
I think 5, yeah.
I count 4. Okay, all right. Well, a runner in scoring position with a 2-0 pitch now coming to Crick. He squares to bunt, and he fouls it at the plate. And the count runs to 2 balls and a strike.
Quinard got an excellent jump on that stolen base.
Barlow straightens up, ready to go to work, and steps off the back of the rubber, and he looks Quinard back to second base. Silas Naranjo was not trying to work his way in behind the base runner. Pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen, and I think the Maniacs might have their signals off, because right when Barlow came to the plate, Naranjo came in behind the base runner. He's expecting a move from his pitcher, but it didn't come. Could have found himself out of position if something gets hit into that 5-6 hole. Now he goes back, and stepping off the rubber again is Barlow. So you can tell something is amiss on the signal calling somewhere, either from the catcher or the communication. There's a slider that is just outside for ball 3 to Crick.
Wow.
Tried to backdoor in that curveball, CJ, and it just missed. 3-2. From the stretch, Barlow comes to the plate. Swung on, lifted, foul out of play to the left. Cranked on it hard did Crick, CJ. Right now, Genesee has put a couple of bombs out into left field. They've not been able to stay within the lines, of course. The 3-2. Swinging third strike, and that's going to do it for Jared. He is the first out here in the 7th inning for the Bulldogs. Second strikeout for relief pitcher Dash Barlow.
That first one, always the toughest, can take a
You're right. You are right.
Relief.
Jackson Zenner, he has struck out once in this game, and that was with starting pitcher Drew Hannes. Waves at a slider off of the dish, made him look silly. 0-1. Jackson, I think CJ is looking for something completely different, because he swung at a pitch that was almost in a different time zone.
Yeah, he was way out ahead of that one.
0-1. Dashel checks the runner at second and comes with a big lollipop curveball. Here's the throw down to third, and sliding in safely at third is Quinard. That is his second stolen base on this trip out onto the field. Stole second on a pitch that ended up was a called strike on Crick. Then he stole third base.
He's got 4 total on the day.
1 ball and 1 strike to Zenner. Here's the next offering. Waves at another curveball. Strike 2.
You got to think Coach Moore is going to keep running until Turner proves that he can gun him down from behind the dish.
Barlow straightens up, and here is the 1-2 pitch, swinging third strike, and Zenner will sit down the second out here in the frame, and Dash Barlow can now wave or have a breath of clean, fresh air. He knows that he is just one out away from getting his club to the bottom of the frame to try and break this tie. Derek Burt, curveball swinging, strike one to Derek. You can have all the stolen bases you want, but if you get left out on the sacks, it goes for nothing. Daschle with the 0-1. That's a strike at the knees with the straight fastball, 1-1. Or excuse me, 0-2. My apologies.
Come on.
Daschle knows he just has to throw a strike up there. Throw a little something off. Swung on, fly ball left field, moving over. Olive, and he puts his glove up and makes the catch to end this 7th inning of play. Wow, gave it a ride to Derek Burt, but the glove of Aiden Olive is there to retire the side. CJ.
It'll be up to Howell, Barlow, and Bradbury to get the bats going for the Maniacs when Jeff and I come back in the bottom of 7 after this.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be
Traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by...
an over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy and P1FCU. We are all knotted up at 5 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 7th here in Orofino. Here to bring you home, Jeff Jones.
Well, CJ, if the Maniacs can get it done here in the bottom of the 7th, Genesee will wonder what they did wrong. I mean, they had base runners galore. 8 base runners have been left stranded here so far through their 7 innings. They had lots of opportunities, but the Maniacs just cinched it down when they needed to. Bodie Howell steps up there, and Meyer fires the first pitch, a slow bleeder out to the shortstop. Johnson boots the ball, and safe is Bodie Howell. That is the worst time ever to commit your second error. Jack Johnson, who pitched a pretty dang good first 4 innings. He has an opportunity at shortstop, CJ, and he boots the ball, allowing the winning run to get on at first base.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow as a defender there.
Barlow pitches just a little low, 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, you overlook the ball you're looking to throw before you actually have it in your glove. Here's the 1-0 now to Dash. Takes a pitch off of the dish for ball 2.
Dash on the day. He's got a RBI single back in the first. Ended up scoring.
Fastball missing away. Ball 3.
It's 1 for 3. Struck out swinging his last at-bat.
Bodie Howell, the winning run for the Maniacs, takes the lead away, being held on by Jackson Zenner. And a pitch that starts outside, comes in, and breaks for a called strike to Daschle. 3-1. Again, working from the stretch, Myers' 3-1 pitch swung on, a little flare out into left field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. And so now the winning run in scoring position, Bodie Howell at second base after Daschle comes up with his second big hit of the day. It's another single again loops it out into left field. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Steve Bradbury.
Yeah, we already knew that Dash Barlow has ice in his veins, and he's showing it once again here.
Bradbury struck out looking the first time that he faced Cameron. He fouls this pitch back, 0-1.
Couple of hits on the day for Bradbury. He's also got a ribby to his credit.
Yeah, I think Steven says, okay, I've seen what you have now. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to make sure I'm a little smarter this plate appearance. The 0-1. Fastball swung on, fly ball into right field. Reibold drops the ball out of his glove. Rounding third and looking, here comes the throw to the plate, but they're going to hold Howell over at third base. Howell had to wait to see if that ball was going to be caught by Reibold, and it glanced off of his glove, so he could only advance from second to third, but it could have been the win all over. Steve Bradbury reaches on the air by the right fielder. 2 errors by Genesee here in the bottom of the frame. Drobish will come to the plate now. Defense up on the grass, and the pitch just above the hands for ball 1. The sacks are full. There is no place to put Drobish, and you would hate to see a great effort by Genesee go down on a walk. Fastball misses away, ball 2. I mean, this has been a fantastic baseball game, folks, and very limited on the walks. Couple of plunk batters that we have seen, but my goodness gracious, Nick Drobish knows he is the man of the hour. All he has to do is get the ball past the infield, and he wins the game for the Maniacs. After the quick conversation by Quinard and Mayer, Drobish stands ready at the plate. And here's the 2-0 on the way to him. A bender that's in there for a called strike, 2-1.
Maniacs have won a couple of games in walk-off fashion already this year.
Looking for another one right here. Here's the 2-1 to Nick. It's a fastball taken inside for ball 3, 3-1.
Be smart, be smart.
Nick ready at the plate. And here's the Meyer 3-1 pitch, swung on, and it's hit foul out of play to the right. Full count now for the Maniacs center fielder. Turned, I think Nick is back over at first base now, is that right?
Yep. Nick reached on an error, then walked and struck out.
Here's the 3-2, and it'll be fouled back into the screen. Doing a good job to protect is Drobish, because there's no place to put him, and you know that Meyer's going to just throw nothing but heat if he can to get that strike. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swung on, a little flare out into right field, giving chase to right fielder, and it will drop foul. They say it's a game of inches, CJ, and that ball, just as you can tell, the breeze picked up right about that time he made contact, and it just pushed the ball foul of the right field line.
Yeah, an absolute thriller here on a Monday evening.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Nick back in, and here's the pitch to him. Swung on, and this one's going to be hit foul up the third baseline. What an at-bat by Nick Drobish. Boy, howdy, is he ever getting his cuts in here, CJ.
Yeah, really.
He, too, went down looking on Cameron Meyer 2-2 pitch the first time he faced him back in the 5th inning. And here's the payoff pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled out of play once again. Bodie Howell, 90 feet away from scoring and getting the Maniacs a win here in the bottom of the 7th.
One of the men that ended the game earlier in the season, actually the second game of the year, Dash Barlow ended it. No, it was the first game of the year. He ended in a walk-off. Stands aboard.
3-2. Swung on, a ground ball to the shortstop off the glove of Jackson. and this ball game is over. Another error, the second for Jackson here in the 7th inning, and it proves costly as the Maniacs are able to come up with a 6-5 victory over the Genesee Bulldogs. Holy smoke, CJ, that ball had a lot of hop on it. It actually looked as though it might have spun away from Jackson as he was in on the grass there at shortstop.
Yeah, you feel for him there. It took a crazy hop. That I did not see it going that way. But, wow, what a way to end the ball game. And, it's kind of one of those ball games they hate to see either team lose, because they both played extremely well. But Orofino loves to add another one to the win call.
Yeah, 3 errors here in this frame spell doom for Genesee, and the Maniacs know all too well how those errors can hurt you. Today they were able to keep them to a minimum, and they come up with the win over Genesee, the first, the one and only game that they will play on this field here at Orofino. Now they will go to Genesee later in the season to play up there, and Genesee, will want to come back, and they'll have vengeance in their mouth wanting for a victory.
Yeah, most definitely. A true team victory, too. Everyone playing their role.
All right, 6-5 our final score. CJ and I come back with our postgame after this.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good talk.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, soda, and a delicious salad bar packed with fresh greens, fruits, and proteins. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is absolutely delicious. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2, and Sunday served noon till 2.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
How would you like to win a $500 shopping spree from Orofino Builder Supply? It's time once again for you to enter the spring merchandise giveaway. Pick up an entry at Orofino Builder Supply. The big spring merchandise book is filled with fantastic buys. Stanley tools like a 16-ounce fiberglass rip hammer, $14.79. Change out your HVAC air filters and use trusted brand Filtrete by 3M, starting at $13.79. If you need it, Orofino Builder Supply has it. Open 7 days a week.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good talk.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Well, we're back here. The final score of this one here. The Orofino Maniacs come back once again in the bottom of the 7th. There's always that talk about the cardiac kids, but Orofino is proving that, we'll get around to winning it in our end of the 7th inning. 6-5, the final score here. First off, for Genesee, they score 5 runs on just 2 hits. What a pitching performance by Maniac starter Drew Hanna, who gave up just 1 hit, and then Dash Barlow, who came in relief back in the 5th inning, who gave up 1 hit. So great job by those 2 guys. Again, limiting Genesee to just 2 hits. One, a big triple, and then the second was a double. So both extra base hits, but again,